But ultimately, Arsenal pinned them in. And the secret, really, what Mikel did really well is the movement of Mikel Merino to drop into the space. And the funny thing was, I was watching this at home, and Mikel Arteta was asked in the pre-match interview, looks like Tottenham are playing five at the back.
Yeah.
And he said, we prepare for that. So he knew exactly what they were going to play. So the key to this really was Mikel Merino's positioning, because Mikel Merino did not push up against any of the centre-backs. He was dropping into the space. So basically, Tottenham had three redundant centre-backs there, not marking anybody.
Yeah.
So basically, they went with a three with their two full-backs. And as a result of that, this formation was very similar to the formation they played against PSG in the Super Cup. The only difference being, in that Super Cup, they played Kudus off Richarlison in this game, and they played three in midfield. In this game, they played two in midfield, and they played two wingers off Richarlison, hoping, I think, to fight for second balls. But ultimately, Arsenal pinned them in. And the secret, really, what Mikel did really well is the movement of Mikel Merino to drop into the space. Then what happened was, Eze and Rice pinned their two midfielders, that's Bentancur and Polino, so they were on the outside of them. Then with Calafiori driving into the space the other side and Saka pulling inside, Arsenal have a massive overload in those midfield areas. So when we had the ball, we were able to sort of like have overloads when we built up. They couldn't play out because basically their players literally were pressed and marked. So ultimately, really, for that to have worked, what you think Thomas Frank might have done, he should have maybe tweaked it. Maybe Romero could have come out to engage with Merino. But that never happened in that first half. And that's when Arsenal ran away with it. Tottenham did not get out of their first half. It was a defensive shape, and we just swamped all over it. And we created the overloads in midfield to actually overrun them and to create the chances, albeit, and that was shown in the first goal because Merino drops into the space and then he threads a ball in. Trossard runs off his man, who didn't pick him up very well, and he's in there and he turns and gets it into the corner via deflection. And then, of course, Eze adds the second goal. But I think it came from the fact that we understood they were going to play five at the back. We set up to actually overload in front of their midfield, their defensive three, and they weren't willing any of their defensive three to come out. And so, effectively, I think the game was not over by half-time, but we were two up, as close as over as it could be, and certainly over by the time Eze added a third in the second half. And then Tottenham changed their shape, but it was too late. But credit Mikel, he watched that Super Cup. I think he understood how they were going to set up, and he actually worked a way out to actually overcome it, and that's why we won the game.